Hey everyone, it's your girl Layla. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so in today's video, I am clearly not wearing any makeup because we are going to be doing a makeup video. I know, it's shocking. I haven't done a makeup video in so long on my channel. I don't know. Okay, first of all, I haven't really been buying makeup like that lately, and I feel like whenever I do buy some sort of makeup collection, my makeup videos just don't get views anymore. Like, I feel like people are not as interested in makeup anymore. I was talking to somebody on a Facebook group regarding this, another YouTuber, and she said because of the pandemic, not a lot of people are buying makeup, not a lot of people that watch YouTube videos look for makeup content anymore. And while that's kind of upsetting, I've definitely focused my channel on other things like vlogs, like true crime videos, fashion videos, which have been my favorite lately. So yeah, you know, that's that. Let's go ahead and get started because I just want to put makeup on my face now. And if you guys are not already subscribed, please go ahead, click the subscribe button below. I upload 3 times a week, Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. So let's put some makeup on my face. By the way, so this video was inspired by MannyMUA. I saw this video quite a few months ago, but I wanted to give it some time and think about brands that I wanted to put in my own video. Try not to, you know, copy too many brands that Manny had mentioned in his video. However, this one needs to be mentioned. I think you can guess what it is because you probably just saw me kind of flash this product up, and it is Toofaced. By the way, if you guys like any of the brands in this video, and if you're kind of low-key mad at me for talking about them, I'm not here to be trashing any of these brands. I'm just giving you guys my opinion on, you know, why they were hyped up when they were hyped up like years ago, and why the hype kind of just died down on these brands. I have 2 Toofaced products that I'm going to be using in this video, so I have time to talk about them. By the way, side note, this right here, this is from me squeezing a blackhead out of my face last week. So now there's a big scar. Don't squeeze your pores. Okay, so Toofaced. They have some products that I love, and there's things about their line, their permanent makeup line, that I love. So this primer is actually my favorite primer. I use this all the time, and this is the Primed and Peachy Primer. So back in 2014 to 2016, I feel like that was the time that Toofaced was extremely hyped up, and everybody was just loving Toofaced because they just had a lot of launches that were really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes. I'm not gonna be talking about this brand because this brand is just on top of the world right now, Fenty Beauty. So this is not part of the video. I just don't have any other eye primer. So yeah, back to Toofaced. Back in 2014 to 2016, they were launching the chocolate bar series of eyeshadow palettes. They had like the candy bar eyeshadow palette, which was my favorite. I'm using a Toofaced foundation, by the way. This is a favorite. This is the Born This Way matte. This one came out last year. They have some really good products in their line, in their permanent line. It's just like their limited edition stuff, and the stuff that they've been trying to come out with lately just hasn't been good. So back in 2014 to 2016, they were launching the chocolate bar series as well as the peach palette. The peach palette, oh my goodness, that still to this day I feel like is one of the most well done peach eyeshadow palettes out there. If I'm being honest, like, I love that palette. I got it when it first came out, and I still love it. Like, it's a really, really great palette. I want to zoom you guys in a little bit. That's better. I feel like I need to zoom in and be closer to the camera when I'm doing a makeup video. I haven't done a makeup video in a really long time. Can you tell? So back then they were launching these really, really good palettes, and at the time they were innovative. They were stuff that we weren't seeing as much, I feel like. Like, the chocolate bar palettes were really great. They were all neutral palettes, which is what most people wear on a daily basis, right? But they all had like their own uniqueness to them, I feel like. So there was that one that was like semi-sweet. It had like the pop of blue and just like different colors and different stuff added to each palette. So the one that was my favorite was the original chocolate bar palette and the sweet chocolate bar palette, like the pink one. Those two were my favorite. And the pink one isn't like super neutral. I would just use a lot of the neutral shades in it, but there were definitely pops of pink and pops of purple in that palette. That palette was gorgeous. Also, the original chocolate bar palette had pops of purple and mauve tones to it too. So they just did really well at that point in time in creating something different for the market. Also, the palettes smelled like chocolate. They were just amazing palettes, and I still have them in my collection and I still love them. And then of course the peach palette came out I think in 2016, and that one was just crazy hyped. Sold out really fast. I remember getting into an argument with this girl on this like Facebook makeup selling page because the palette hadn't even launched yet, and she posted her palette that she was gonna buy at Sephora for sale for like double the price. So like that palette was just insanely hyped. Everyone was trying to get it. Everyone was trying to like pay double, triple the price for it. That palette was just the best, and there was nothing really like that around that point in time. ColourPop wasn't like, you know, launching every week and like creating a peach palette. That palette was definitely unique at that point in time back in 2016. I know that it's been done by other brands by now and stuff like that, but the point is Too Faced just had something really good going on for them. They had these really good palettes. They were all really good quality too. I feel like that's the thing with Too Faced. Like they had really good quality eyeshadow palettes that they were launching. And then to continue on with the peach stuff, they launched some more stuff in their peach line to go permanent, which was awesome. So they launched a line of peach lipsticks, a line of peach foundation. I like that part of their line, like I really do. And that is part of their permanent line, which is awesome. So they were doing pretty well for a time, and I feel like their products were hyped. They were doing really well. Then they started kind of launching the same thing. Like the same thing. They never really innovated their palettes. They kind of just were relaunching the same colors. They tried to do like a, what is it called? They tried to do a white chocolate palette, which wasn't good. They tried to do the minis, which weren't as good quality as the full-size ones. They tried to launch, what is it called? Like a pumpkin spice palette. Just all of these palettes that they were trying to do, that they were trying to get, I feel like what they did with the peach palette, they were trying to do with their other palettes. It just wasn't really working out. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. Again, not a brand I really want to talk about because this one is really hyped right now. They're doing great, so I'm just gonna set my face and still continue to talk about Too Faced. So I feel like they were just launching products that they were just relaunching the same colors and the same shades, and they just weren't as good quality. Also, their holiday launches have always just been really bad. They try to launch these really big palettes with a lot of colors, and they're just not good quality. Oh my god, I totally forgot to apply my concealer. And I just set my face. What the hell? See, this is why I don't do my makeup on camera, because I forget steps in my routine because it's not like all in front of me right now. Not a brand that is part of this video, but I don't have another concealer. I just have this one, so we're gonna just try to fix what we just did. So they were just not what they once were. They were not launching all of these products that people were interested in. I don't know what it's called, but like they had a pretty bitch eyeshadow palette and all of that stuff. Like it was just kind of gimmicky and cheap looking. Like it just, their limited edition launches are just not something that they once used to be and that people would want to buy. I feel like they're not really listening to their consumers. This foundation also, I just want to mention, it is like almost mask proof, but if you try to like set it and then mess with it after, it gets splotchy and then it doesn't stick to your nose. Like masks kind of like rub around your face a little bit, like your nose especially. And I feel like the foundation is perfect on the rest of my face, but on my nose, it's just, it looks really weird. And I don't like that about this foundation. Again, I'm not gonna talk about this brand still because they're doing really well. Too Faced, they've definitely had some controversy in these past few years. The Nikki tutorial scandal and everything, I don't need to talk about that really in this video, but there's been that their launches have just not been that great and not stuff people have been interested in. So definitely listen to your consumers, read the room a little bit, and try to figure out what we want to see versus launching these like half-ass makeup launches with colors that you've been recycling for the past few years. And like I said, Too Faced has some really good products in their permanent line, and just like creating products that are unique and different that we want to see. I also have a suggestion for a product that I think that people would be interested in for sure, is you guys know how they have the lip injection line in their main collection. So how about the lip injection line, but do like a demi matte liquid lipstick with the lip injection properties in it? I think, how amazing would that be? Like a matte slash demi matte liquid lipstick that plumps your lips, because I feel like all plumping products are glosses, and while that's great, we can't wear them now because masks and just, I don't know. I personally can't wear lip gloss and then wear a mask because lip gloss would just get all over my face. I know people still do it. For me personally, all I've been wearing is matte slash demi matte liquid lipsticks. So I feel like if Too Faced did something cool like that, something cool and different, not really focusing on trying to make the next best eyeshadow palette with colors you've already released, I think that would be great for the brand. Moving on, I feel like that was a really long-winded rant on Too Faced. I'm sorry. But I love Too Faced and I want to see them succeed, of course. So next couple products are from a brand that we all know that, I mean, I honestly thought that they would be forever like on top of the world, the best makeup brand ever. I'm just gonna set my face and let's talk about them. So this is MAC Fix Plus Rose, by the way. MAC. So MAC was a huge makeup brand back in the day, back when I first started YouTube. Everyone was doing MAC hauls. If you wanted any sort of views on your beauty channel, you would definitely be one of those people that bought a lot of MAC products like me. I have spent like a lot of money on MAC launches, their limited edition launches from back in the early 2010s. They were just so hyped. I would definitely say that MAC was one of the best makeup brands for that period. For my brows, I'm using the MAC Brow Duo and Morning Mr. Magpie. I'm almost done. I've literally been using the same brow product the past like 4 years. This has lasted me. MAC products actually last a really long time and they have really, really good products. The thing is, I feel like the reason why the hype died down is because they were launching way too many things. Like they were launching things every 2 weeks, and if you're a consumer or a MAC collector and you were trying to keep up with all the collections, it would have been impossible because they were launching stuff so often. And then the products started getting a little bit repetitive, like Too Faced with the colors that I was just telling you guys earlier. They were like recycling the same colors. So I cannot tell you guys how many times I've seen Ruby Woo relaunched. And Ruby Woo is one of their most famous iconic MAC shades of red, but they re-promote that color in almost every limited edition collection. They just change the packaging. So just like non-innovative products contributed to people just not really paying attention to their brand anymore, not really like buying a lot of MAC stuff anymore. And I will really quickly touch on the fact that MAC is cruelty-free in Canada, where I live. They were a Canadian makeup brand before, and then they were bought out by Estee Lauder. So MAC, the fact that they sell in mainland China, and mainland China does test all of their cosmetics on animals. Any makeup company that sells in mainland China has, you know, has to test their products on animals, which is really unfortunate. It makes people think that MAC is not a cruelty-free makeup brand, that they test on animals, which they don't. The fact that they choose to sell in China and the fact that China is the one that tests on animals like is kind of a big deal, but I get it. They have a market of people that want to buy their products in China. Like a lot of makeup brands sell in China. It's not just MAC, but it is unfortunate as a makeup lover to know that anything that's sold in mainland China is tested on animals. It's unfortunate, but yeah, MAC as a brand itself does not test on animals, and that's the hugest misconception. That being said, I feel like a lot of people have boycotted MAC because of this reason, which is kind of sad, but I mean, they're choosing to sell their products in China, which get tested on animals. You know, I'm not the right person to go into detail on this topic. What MAC does well. MAC does lip products well. I like their lip product launches. I like their powder kiss lipsticks. They just launched a liquid version of that I've yet to try. They have some really good stuff in their permanent line. Again, just like Too Faced, they have stuff that people continuously buy, like their foundation, their lip products and stuff like that. But their limited edition collections, I feel like they need to work on more just innovative products. I feel like they always launch the same kinds of things, the same kinds of colors. I just want them to get out of the box and do something crazy and different and unique, and that's what I felt like they did really well back in the day. Back in the early 2000s when I was like 12, 13 years old and I started really getting into makeup, MAC was definitely one of those like trendy brands that had all these crazy colors, and that I would just be so excited if I got something from MAC because it was so special and different and unique. I feel like MAC just needs to go back to their roots and just do different products, be more creative with your products, be more creative with your launches. They do limited edition packaging really, really well. Just the products are re-promotes and stuff that they've already launched. I just want to see something different. I feel like MAC will always have a place in my heart. I have tons of MAC makeup and I've always been a MAC collector and a MAC fan, but I feel like they just need to go back to their roots. Let's move on to the eyes. Okay. I was thinking about this palette the other day. This one right here. I don't know if you guys know which brand this is. Oh. Yep. We're gonna be talking about Kylie Cosmetics next. I'm just gonna start doing my eyes up. Like, let's work with this palette and see what we can create. I'm gonna actually use the mirror in here. Okay. Kylie Cosmetics. I have a lot to say about Kylie Cosmetics. When Kylie first launched her brand, it was super hyped up. Everyone wanted her products. Everything sold out within like the first 10 minutes of her launching something, whether it be like new shades for her matte liquid lipsticks in the beginning, and then it became her collection. I obviously really like her brand because I would do like dedicated videos. I would do edits on her launches and stuff and post them as videos on my channel, which have done really well. However, what month are we in? We're in March. It's almost April. Kylie hasn't launched anything since the Grinch collection. And the Grinch collection came out in December 2020. It's been like 4 months, almost 5 months since she's launched anything for Kylie Cosmetics. And during the beginning, I feel like a lot of people were always like, oh, Kylie launches way too many products, blah, 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 which I feel like she didn't, honestly. I think she would launch something every 2 to 3 months, which is pretty reasonable for a makeup brand. I think that's reasonable, launching something every 2 to 3 months, having like a new makeup collection. That's cool. Like, it's almost seasonal or twice a season, whatever. But she would also like bring more stuff in her permanent line, so it would almost look like she was launching something every week, which she sometimes was, sometimes wasn't. Like putting new colors in her permanent line, putting new shades in her matte liquid lipsticks that were available all the time, putting out more high gloss shades and stuff like that. So it would almost look like she was launching something every week. Kylie did sell a part of her brand to Coty International, which owns a lot of cosmetic brands. So she did sell part of Kylie Cosmetics, like a share in it, to Coty International. I guess it was beneficial for her, I feel like, because Coty is able to launch her products in other countries and stuff like that, which is awesome. So she did sell off a portion of Kylie Cosmetics to them. So after this, Kylie launched Kylie Skin. I think Kylie Skin came out beginning of 2020, I want to say around there. And I feel like she has just put all her focus on Kylie Skin. If you look at Kylie Cosmetics Instagram stories, if you look at what Kylie Cosmetics is promoting on Instagram right now, it's all Kylie Skin launches because she hasn't launched anything for Kylie Cosmetics, which is super frustrating because not all of us are into Kylie Skin. Not all of us are willing to spend that much money on skincare products that we don't even know are good or not. I don't know. Like, I feel like for me personally, like, there is skincare products that I know and that I like and that I trust. Those are available at Sephora. They have, you know, testers at Sephora for me to try. Probably not right now with the pandemic, but like, you guys know what I mean. Like, I have those brands that I definitely trust on my skin that I've tried before, like Tatcha, like Glow Recipe and stuff like that. But Kylie Skin does not make that list for me, and I'm sorry, it just doesn't. And I feel like Kylie Skin, like, it's just not as hyped as Kylie Cosmetics. Kylie Skin is just not something that I personally want to buy from, and I feel like it's just not hyped. Like, I feel like a lot of people agree with me in that sentiment. It's just not something that's hyped and not something that I'm excited for. It's not like people are like, oh my gosh, there's a Kylie Skin launch this Friday, I need to buy it. No, it's not like that. So I feel like she's just focusing all of her energy, all of her efforts, all of her launches onto Kylie Skin and just not concentrating on Kylie Cosmetics at all, and it's kind of been put on the back burner a little bit. I mean, like I said, she hasn't launched anything for Kylie Cosmetics since December, and some of us just prefer makeup over Kylie skincare. I don't like this palette. Like, I really don't like this palette. It's splotchy. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's like, it's not even, and patchy, not splotchy, but patchy. I don't like that. There's aspects of this palette that I like the colors. It's just not the best formula ever, so that's kind of annoying. But I feel like that's pretty consistent with Kylie's brand. There's stuff that she does really well, like her lip products. Her lip products are awesome, and that's what she started her brand with. But her eyeshadow palettes are just not that awesome, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, I feel like they've improved since this palette came out, but they're just not my favorite. They're not my favorite eyeshadow formula to work with, honestly. And you have to finesse the crap out of them to make them work. Some of them, like I said, like, some of them are done really well. Like the Grinch one was pretty good, but this one right here, this one's patchy AF, and I don't like that. So Kylie Cosmetics, what she can do better. She can focus her energies on both. Like, she can launch some stuff with Kylie Skin, and then like the next month launch something for Kylie Cosmetics, or launch something for Kylie Cosmetics every season. Like, she just totally missed out on like spring launches because it's already almost April. She hasn't stated that she was releasing anything new anytime soon for Kylie Cosmetics, at least. Also, I would like to mention something too. Her products in her permanent line have been sold out on her website for so long, and nothing has restocked. I feel like she just needs to put out more products, stop focusing all her energies on one thing, which is Kylie Skin, and just launching good products again, like good quality. I feel like since she's taken this much of a break from the Grinch collection to now, she has to put out something that's exciting for her consumers, something that's different, something that's unique, something that's really good quality, since we waited so long for a launch, in my personal opinion. So I'm hoping that she does that, because I really do have a soft spot for Kylie Cosmetics, and I really do like her brand. Her brand has just not been the same as it was before recently. So I'm gonna do my eyeliner and all of that good stuff off camera, mascara and stuff, because it's like MAC and ColourPop. ColourPop I really don't want to mention in this video because I feel like ColourPop is still like really hyped up, and they're launching a Lizzie McGuire collection this week, which I'm gonna be purchasing, and I'm probably gonna be doing a review video on. Okay, so I'm back. I just did the rest of my eyes off camera. It was really bothering me because this side was so patchy and so annoying, but that's that. I'm gonna do my lips. And the next makeup brand I'm gonna be talking about is Anastasia Beverly Hills. Definitely was on top of the world a few years ago when they were launching their collabs. This is the Nicole Guerrero highlighter palette. I still own it and I still love it. Yeah, they were launching some really awesome palettes. They were doing all these like little highlight palettes and stuff that everyone was obsessed with, including myself, because I own quite a few of them. And they were just doing really well for themselves around the same time Toofaced was doing really well, back in like 2014, 2015, 2016, around there. They had the, what is it? That rosy tone palette. I forget what that one is called. But that was my favorite palette. That was everyone's favorite palette. They could not keep it in stock. Modern Renaissance, that one. So they could not keep that palette in stock. There was some, you know, collabs with some makeup artists. Kim Kardashian's makeup artist did a collab with them, Mario. They were just doing really well back then. And then I feel like they got into that place of over launching things. They were launching things like a few times a year, which was nice, but then they started launching something like every month, and it was just getting really hard to keep track of. They did all of those huge palettes with Norvina a couple years ago. Like, I didn't even buy a single one of those palettes, but they had those palettes with like all the different colors that really made no sense. Yeah, it just lost that hype. It lost that specialness to the brand. Their eyeshadow formula is like on point. I love the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow formula. Like, it's one of my favorites. But yeah, I just feel like it lost its hype because they were doing what a lot of makeup brands that are in this video do, which is launch way too many things all at once. And I feel like people just get too overwhelmed, or you have a product that you don't let shine, you know, because like you launch something and it's this super amazing eyeshadow palette, then 2 weeks later you launch something else. Like, what about the first eyeshadow palette that wasn't even promoted or anything like that? Like, I don't know. I really like the Makeup by Shayla collab with them. Carly Bible was okay. I feel like they just need to stop for a moment, look at what they were doing really well, and do that. That's all I'm really gonna say about Anastasia. I'm gonna work on the blush next. This is NARS's Deep Throat. I'm really gonna quickly touch on NARS because NARS, I also feel like NARS and MAC were one of those brands that were just really hyped up back in the day. Not a lot of people buy their stuff anymore, which they do have some really good products. It's just their launches lately have just not been exciting and not something I want to spend my money on. So that's it with NARS. They have really nice blushes. Stop launching everything in the same color. Like, they need more variety in their brand, almost. That's how I feel anyways. So I'm gonna do my lip products next for the honor of MAC Cosmetics, because you guys know I love MAC Cosmetics. MAC Cosmetics has a special place in my heart. They always will. So I'm using a MAC lip product. Well, not the lip liner or the lip gloss, but I am using a MAC lipstick for this video. Guys, this has been my favorite lip liner lately. This is by Beauty Bakery. It is their Sugar Stick lip liner in the color Creme de la Creme. I just love this one. It's just, the packaging makes me smile every time I take it out, and it's just a really nice color. It goes with everything. So I'm using Mare by MAC. I love this color. It is definitely an old fave. Like, look at that. That's all I have left. And of course, topped off with Fenty Beauty Fussy Gloss Bomb. I miss wearing this thing every day. Like, it's my favorite lip gloss ever. But yeah, masks and lip gloss just don't work together very well. So I don't use this one as often anymore. I use it in a lot of my videos actually, but yeah, this is my favorite lip combination ever. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. I feel like it was way too long, but I had to talk about each of these makeup brands. And yeah, I mean, if I did mention your favorite makeup brand in this video, hopefully it didn't offend you in any way. And if you guys have any suggestions on other makeup brands that have not been as hyped recently, that have kind of lost their luster, please leave them in the comments below and maybe I can do another video on this topic. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you guys go ahead, click the subscribe button below and leave a like if you liked it. I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.